push off on it. I'm losing it quickly.
Hi guys, welcome to another video. I've just loaded my Bronica QA with a roll of Hectare 100 Kodak, and I'm a little bit nervous because the last couple of times I've used this camera I have had problems. Basically it's been not firing effectively, but then I had another 2 rolls where I've just missed shot, and it was very cold at the time, so I'm not sure if it was a battery problem. I've changed the battery, we've loaded a new roll of film, and let's go and see if the thing works. Right, it's all gone pear-shaped. I haven't got a clue what's happened. Took the first shot fine, second shot it's just locked up, won't do a thing. I've put the dark slide back in, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to try taking this lens off, see if that jiggles something around, for want of a better term. I have my doubts. Okay, the mirror's just come back up. Very weird. I'm going to try and take the shot again, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so they didn't actually do anything. I just put into multiple exposure mode, just hoping I can wind it on. Take it back out. Ah, man. I think I'm going to waste a shot, whatever happens. I think I'm going to point in the general direction and hope for the best. Honestly, I'm just really annoyed. You know, if you're shooting film, you want your camera to work, and I know I'm dealing with an old camera, but it's really frustrating. Dark slide out. F16, 60th of a second. Mirror lock up. Light looking quite nice down there. Oh, fingers crossed. Just absolutely nothing. Just dead. Absolutely dead. Okay, I've lost that shot.
Push off on it.
I'm losing it quickly. It's the same drill. Mirror lock up. Pass. I'm going to try changing the lens, see if that helps. Safe to say, I'm really annoyed. I'm taking the lens off and putting the standard 80 on. Right, here we go again then. F16, 60 per second, wound on, mirror lock up. I've got my doubts. Perfect. Well, it's safe to say I'm a bit brassed off at the moment. The Bronica is just proving to be really unreliable. As you saw then, it seemed to take the first shot fine. Obviously I won't know until I get them back from the lab, but the first shot seemed fine. Second shot, I changed the lens to the 150mm lens, and it just basically just would not fire. So I tried taking the lens off, putting it back on. It seemed to release the mirror, but it still wouldn't work. And I just couldn't get that lens to work. So I've put the 80mm back on, and then it did take the shot with the 80mm. So I don't know if it's a lens problem, I don't know if it's a camera problem. I suspect it's a camera problem because I know I've had problems also with the 80mm lens, so that's making life really, really awkward. And the problem is when you're shooting film and it's costing so much and you just want to get the shot, it's like really frustrating. I've come to the Usburn in Newcastle and I'm actually doing a recce for a drone job, so I'm trying to find suitable points to take off and things to actually I'm going to film. And I thought it'd be a good chance to shoot some medium format. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the 80mm on for a while. I'm just going to take a couple more shots of the 80mm and see how it pans out. At the moment I'm not highly optimistic. Right, I've just taken a shot of the boat behind me. That seemed to work absolutely fine, so I'm really stumped. But I haven't changed the lens, so is it when I'm changing the lenses? That's what I'm wondering. We'll continue on and see what we can find. Well, I've just taken another couple of shots with the Bronica and it's worked perfectly. This is so frustrating because at the moment I feel like I just can't trust it. But I haven't changed the lens and I've had no problems. It's been working spot on, just how I would expect it to work. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to drive to my next location, which I'm still following the Usburn, but I need to, basically the Usburn's got underground for a little bit, so I need to find a way it comes back out. And I'll try changing back to the 150mm lens and see if that works. But at the moment with the 80mm lens I haven't had any problems at all, so that's encouraging. But yeah, I've lost faith, and losing faith in your camera is really not ideal. Right, so I've taken another photo with the 80mm. It's fine, weird, no problems at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try out my 50mm, which actually is a new lens which I've never tried, so I'm just going to fit that. And I'm pretty much going to keep everything crossed. I suppose really at the moment it's a process of elimination. As you've probably seen, the camera's really tight when I change lenses, which makes me think there could be... I'm pretty convinced my problems are camera based, to be honest. But let's see. I haven't used this lens as I said, so I'm hoping it's the right focal length. Not quite wide enough, I'm just going to have to rejig a little bit. Oh man. It's not ideal. I'm fully aware these videos are a bit like watching paint dry at times. I really struggle with the waist level viewer, the waist level finder. Okay, it's not perfect, but we're just gonna have to go for it. So, dark slide out, camera turned on, 125 f11, mirror lock up, and worked fine. The 50mm worked absolutely fine, no problems at all. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to drive to the next part of the burn And I'm going to try another shot with this lens, and then for the last 1 or 2 photos we'll go to the 150, and let's see if it's the 150 that's causing the bother. Right, so I've taken another photo with the 50mm. It's been absolutely fine, no bother at all. So now I'm going to try this 150. Got my doubts whether it's going to actually work. To say the mechanism's really quite tight on this camera. I don't know if this is normal. Well, it's on. I'll just compose a shot and then keep my fingers crossed. Right, to be honest, it's not the most exciting shot, but really I just want to see if this lens is actually working. I'm going to try and get a little bit of movement in the shot. I'm going to go for 2 seconds f16. F16. 2 seconds. Very nervous about this, really nervous. Dark side out. Camera unlocked. Mirror lock up. And it's just absolutely no problems at all. I'm going to stop the recording here for today. I'll send the photos off to the lab and I'll talk to you once I get them back.